Putting in a dishwasher today. This is a Bosch something, I don't know the model, it's a cheaper one. Almost all Bosches have a plug-in. Some of the higher end ones have like a powered drain that you need a bigger hole to drill, but this one's cheap. So the first thing you do, connect your water line. This one you connect your drain to the outlet. Water lines are typically in the front. Connect your power, and then what I do is I go around and I loosen all the feet so that I'm not fighting with them once the machine's in. I will show you where the water line connection is in the front. There. Water line connection just threads on. Make sure that the rubber washer is in the supply hose. Water line, dishwasher water lines come in preset lengths, 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet. And if you buy the kits, they come with different adapters for different dishwashers. Whatever one you don't use, just throw it out or keep it. I've never really needed another one. So plug in the machine, slide it in, run your hoses through. I'll show you where I run my hoses. Lower back corners is always where I run mine. And then when I come up in the sink cabinet, I come up from the bottom. Even if the sink cabinet is right beside the dishwasher, I always come up from the bottom. Most new dishwashers, they don't have room at the back for anything anymore. They're basically solid 24 by 24 units without all the space underneath. So installing them becomes tighter and tighter once they put in all this new technology. Okay, let's put her in. I had to drill an additional hole there for the supply. It was not going to fit through the one that I had. Okay, just so that everybody plugged in, hoses run through the gable. So now we'll reach underneath and pull them up through the sink cabinet. So those are poked through. I'm gonna need an extension on that supply line. It just wasn't quite long enough with going around the corner of this peninsula. Next step is to level out the dishwasher. Some models, depending on which it is, some models, depending on which, have adjusting back foot. that you can adjust from the front. This one does not, so I have to reach under there and adjust the back foot by hand. So I will be moving the camera out of the way. Too hot. Right about there. Okay. Okay, it's adjusted. Now, get to mount it. So, those only for display purposes. One thing I forgot to do is put the mounting brackets on. So, mounting brackets go on like that. This piece you take off, and then you screw through there. brackets are in. Double check. We are still good. Oops. Good. Good. Okay. So try to flush it up with the faces, and then we can screw through there. I am going to go and get some screws. Okay, now we screw her in. Peel this back. Where is our mount? There's our mount. Okay, one side. Whoever put these dishwasher panels in made it too gappy. So we're gonna try and pull this over, center it up. When in doubt, use a big screwdriver. Move this unit over. That. There we go. That's better. So I'm not going to say most, some machines, when you side mount them, it's through here. There's a little plug that you pop off, and then there's a recess, and you can screw through there. These are just purely decorative on this. I don't know why you'd even bother putting those on. Okay, flush with the front. Good. Now we come back over here. Finish our installation. With the dishwasher wise, there's a test cap so you can test your sink. There. If you don't take that off, your dishwasher's not going to drain, and then you're going to have some issues. Okay, we'll cut that off. Extension. Perfect. They provide a hose clamp with the dishwasher. I'm not a big fan of this style. but it's what we have here, so we will use it. So the dishwasher drains are tapered in this rubber piece, depending on what size dishwasher wire you have. I always use 1/2 inch because a lot of times you're installing reused dishwashers that somebody's already cut this. So it's just easier to go with 1/2 inch right from the get-go. So it'll take a 3/4, or if you cut off this first section, then you can use a 1/2. So we'll cut that first section off. Like so. Our clamp on. And we'll tighten her down. Whenever you run a dishwasher drain, there needs to be a sanitary loop up top, so it comes up and then goes down. Prevents any sewer gases from getting in the machine. Because this is a peninsula sink, it is back vented, so that means that there is a trap in the floor. Dishwasher wire always needs to go on the sink side of the trap. Okay, that's on, that's on. So we'll turn the dishwasher on at the panel and we'll give it a test. And then I always test it before I put the kick on, just in case there's any leaks. So we'll turn it on, we'll test. All right, our test passed. And when I say test, I mean I turn the machine on, I let it pull water to test, make sure that the water connection doesn't leak. And then I wait for it to drain water. Some machines you can cancel it, it'll drain right away. This one doesn't have a cancel function. So you just wait till the cycle till it drains, make sure that there's no leaks anywhere, and then you're good to put the kick on. So we'll put the kick on. This is a soundproofing. It's supposed to make it quieter. I don't know if it actually does. And then our kick. So the kick just goes on with a couple of Phillips screws. Kick goes on with a couple of Phillips screws. Started on both sides first. This makes it easier. Oh, Jesus. Okay, it's just in the way. Tighten them up. And then we have the dishwasher.